Oh yeah, bit of a funny one today. Um, Going back in time and moving away from conspiracies of today and situations going on. Not sure how widestream this is. Certainly come across it in my research a few times. It's Hitler and the Tibetan monks, the Green Dragon Order from Japan, all this sort of stuff. Vril, I mean, it's all interconnected. But we're going to move away. We'll do Vril another time. But we're going to look into the strange situation that Hitler had. We all know he was obsessed with Atlantis, building bases in Antarctica, Base 211, and sending out expeditions before the war and while the war was going on, looking for the Ark and Chalice, Golden Chalice, all these sort of things. Um, but this is where it gets weird. So, pre-Hitler and well, no, I mean Hitler was in the First World War, got an Iron Cross, but the Second World War and Hitler being in power and everything. There was a guy called Karl Haushofer. Now, he was one of the only three people ever allowed into the Order of the Green Dragon, a secret society from Japan, into deep, deep magic and martial arts and meditation. And he was one of the only three people ever allowed into this order. God knows how he got in there. So then, Second World War came up. Haushofer became a staunch Nazi. Absolutely loved Hitler, and also was very much into Vril. Now, Vril's another subject that we'll go on to another day, but in essence, people say that fuel developed from Vril. Well, that's bollocks. If you go back and look at the Viking army and the berserkers that used to go to battle naked, fanatics, covered in tattoos, believed they could shapeshift. Now, this was Vril. Fuel Society like doing a bit of the Sonic, like messing about, rivals to the Freemasons. They did a little bit of stuff, but the inner core Vril were into astral projecting, witchcraft, possession, talking to aliens. I mean, you name it, Vril were into it. These guys were hardcore, and they were well, we've got a gang in this area called the TC, the Central Element. They were the Central Element. But then going back to where we were at, um, basically, there's this group of Tibetan monks that lived, I'm not sure if I pronounced it right, a place called Agatha in Germany. Hitler employed them as prophecy callers and everything. And this is where it gets really weird because the Order of the Green Dragon confirmed this, is that the Tibetan monks said they had astral connections with the Order of the Green Dragon. I mean, Tibet, Japan, I know they're sort of oriental, but it's quite, it's totally different countries, different sort of mysticism and ethics. So this was strange, and they confirmed this, and they were sending them messages about where the war was going and everything like this. I mean, this is wacky, like you just see Hitler with his spear of destiny sat at his throne, I mean, people haven't got a clue how much Hitler was into the occult. I mean, I think, yeah, it was Himmler. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm sure it was Himmler. Believed that he was a reincarnated king from um, Prussia, or from maybe even pre-Prussia, called Henry the Fowler, who had, from memory, had pushed the Slavs out of Germany. Was a massive hero, and down in this castle where they used to do these SS occult stuff. I mean, they used to cut off heads off SS officers that had died in battle, put them on a spike, and do meditation and try and basically talk spirits from the past through this. I mean, they were either completely mad or they were really channeling the occult. And for me, it was the second. Um, Hitler did everything in his power to get the Spear of Destiny. Again, that's another subject for another day. So yeah, so like Hitler absolutely, treated these Tibetan monks like, well, like royalty basically. Then of course, like anything, 1930, 43, 1944 started getting, they went out of favour. Um, he wanted them to push the war the right way, and he was telling them to, and it wasn't going the right way. So Hitler put them on rations. I mean, he was basically not torturing them physically, but have them locked up in this room and telling them to change the direction of the war, and basically treated them, gone from royalty to crap. Um, so the really weird thing that finishes this story, and I'm looking for information here rather than trying to give it, is basically when the war was lost, these guys were found in a very religious symbol. I'm not sure what it is. Was a pentagram or anything. Some say naked, and other people say dressed in German officers' uniforms without insignia on, and they'd all stabbed themselves in the stomach. Now, Haushofer went and murdered his wife, nice chap, and then killed himself in a ritual manner. Now, you know, I don't know if everyone else is thinking this, but people try to affect the war Tibetan monks in Germany. Now, I do believe that there was, and again, I need to dig further on this, but I do believe that there was a vote with these Tibetan monks, and half said, no way, we're not supporting this Hitler. And half said, yeah, we are supporting him because we need to keep the British Empire and the Chinese Empire out of Tibet, which, was a viable reason, obviously with China moving into Tibet after. But, it was the lesser of two evils. There wasn't picking between the other. I mean, British Empire was just as bad. We're no sort of glory hunters stopping the empire building. We pretty much did what we want when we wanted. No different to Stalin, who had it all for free. All right, they fought the Germans, but what a hell of a move after the war to take all those countries. Completely unethical, but it was a hell of a move. Anyway, starting to ramble now, as I always do. Looking for information on the Green Man. And next installment's going to be Hitler, Base 211. Did he really die? Did they just do it for the politics? Or did he carry on fighting Antarctica for a long time? Anyway, I believe that for another day. Thanks a lot.